everybody, Sam Straits here and welcome back to the railway and welcome to my big LNER running session. I've got tons and tons of LNER locos to show you today, so I really hope you're going to enjoy it. You can see the first three running around right now and I'm about to stop those just to introduce them to you, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, here comes the first loco, coming nice and steady. Let me stop her just there. There we go then, that is the first loco from the LNER. Of course this one's actually in BR green, but this is Tornado. I suppose if you want to be really picky, this isn't an LNER locomotive, it was built, in 2008. But nonetheless, this is based on the Peppercorn A2, so yep, that should be good. Then on the middle line, she's coming now. Here we go. We just stop her there. Oh, steady on girl, steady on. Okay, that of course is the Flying Scotsman in the lovely LNER green livery, and I guess you all have heard of that one. And on the very inner line then, here comes the next loco. Here we go, we'll get her to stop there for you. And this is an A4, and the first thing you'd think when you see this is Mallard probably, but no, this one's actually Gadwell, running number 4469, but it is still the same as the Mallard. It's still from the fastest class of steam locos in the world. But there we go then, that is the first three locos of today. I'm going to get them running again very briefly just so you can see them, and then I'll move on to the next three for you. So yes, here we go then, let me start Gadwell. You'll have to excuse how long it takes them to speed up because they're on DCC at the moment. So yeah, Tornado. And of course the Flying Scotsman. Alright, enjoy these three then. Okay, so the first thing that the first three locos have in common is the fact that they're all Pacifics, and Pacifics of course just means 462 wheel configuration, and that each of these are Pacifics of course. And I'm also going to be showing you some locos that I've never shown before on the channel today, so yes, look out for those. Tornado of course with her Pullman coaches looking fantastic. Got to get the Pullman coaches out once in a while. Okay, well I've got an awful lot to get through today, so I'm going to stop these now, if I can get them to stop. And obviously I'm not very good at controlling Railmaster, so I don't know how much of it is actually going to stop in shot. Well, I got 2 out of 3 in the shot. Anyway, I'm going to pop these into the siding then, so that you can see them for the rest of the video. But next, here's 3 more LNER locomotives for you. Right, now some tank engines for you. First up, this is an 060, and you might recognise it as the J50, and she's going to be pulling just a few empty wagons there, as you can see, and this is a lovely loco, so I'm glad to get this one running. Here we go then with the J50. Let's give her some juice. And there you have it. With a lovely northeastern, or yes, I think that's right, brake band on the back. Here's another 060 tank engine then. This one is called the J83 and this one's in green, as you can see, and she's also got some freight, but this time some tanker wagons. So yes, I hope you'll enjoy seeing those. Let's get the J83 up and running for you then. And last but not least then, I don't believe I've ever shown this one before, this one's a new addition. This is the LNER V3 tank engine, which is a lovely 262 as you can see, and she has a night train made up of ex-LNER sleeper cars. So yes, I hope you'll enjoy seeing her. Let me get her started for you. So there you have it then, a small selection of LNER tank engines, this time with a mixture of freight and passenger stock. And I've got them all going all going the same way today, well this time. Which isn't technically correct, but it's just something I like to do once in a while just to change things up a bit. and that V3 is a beauty. I will review that at some point for you if you'd like me to. But yes, definitely very fond of that one already. In her first video, her little debut. And you can see the other locos that have already been waiting in the sidings already. I hope that's going to look awesome by the time we filled it up with LNER locos. There's the J50. Still love that model. I think it's one of Hornby's best. Well, one of Hornby's best that I own, I should say. I don't own all of them. And that V3 is Bachmann, I think I should say. I didn't mention that. But as you can see, that isn't bad. How many coaches has she got there? 6, is it? Certainly not bad, is it? Quite impressive. Give the people on the footbridge a chance to watch the locos come by. Yes, I wouldn't like to stand near these tanker wagons actually, because I don't think that speed is all that safe. Okay, well, time to stop these tank engines then. There's the J83 going crazily fast. And the lovely V3, of course, just in front of you there. And the J50. Stop it next to the J83 if I can. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put these into the sidings then, and I'll show you how we're getting on over there. Here are the sidings so far then, with the first 6 LNER locomotives together having a catch-up. Obviously these sidings are going to be very, very full by the end of today, but I thought I would just update you on the progress of it. Anyway, let's get on then to some smaller LNER locos. And here's the first of those engines then, and this one seems to be really popular with you guys. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what this one's called. I'll leave a little poll up in the top right, so that if you do know, you can answer it and, you know, prove that you know it. Here's a clue though, in case anybody's not sure. It starts with a J, and I think that clue will really help you. Anyway, this was one of Gresley's very few freight locomotives, as you can see, and I put some crisp snacks and nuts, Smith's vans, on the back of her just to sort of support that. So yeah, let's get this one up and running then for Gresley locomotive. There she goes. Next up then, a very, very beautiful little locomotive, and I think this is one of the smallest locos I have. This is number 7510, the J15, and she's got a very, very small freight train on the back of her with some empty wagons. So let's get her up and running for you then. And on the very inside line then, admittedly this loco is a little bit bigger, but this is the Gresley V2 locomotive, which was a prairie wheel configuration, so 262. Very unusual for a tender engine, but nonetheless she has some LNER coaches, although I believe they did parcel trains, didn't they, in real life, called the Green Arrows, I believe. Anyway, let's get this one started then, in its lovely BR green livery. There she goes. Okay. Enjoy these 3 running then. So there we have the beep again. Oh gosh, I shouldn't get myself into these messes. And there is the beautiful J15. And of course, do let me know if you'd like me to review her. I don't, as if I'd be able to resist. But yes, I really do like that one. Unbelievably tiny. There we go, V2 doing very nicely with her train. I was very tempted to call it the V3 then, so if by any chance I did that a minute ago, I'm sorry, I can't remember. Here's the others, including the nameless freight locomotive. Look at that though, wow, beautiful model. Okay, time to stop these girls then. There is the V2, very lovely of course. And here comes the J15 just coming into the shot. Beautiful. I keep saying beautiful, I need to stop, I'm sorry. There we go, stop her. And finally the beep. There we go, sounded a lot more manly that time. And there she is. Okay, well I'll take these off then, off camera as always, and we'll move on to the next 3 locos. And I've forgotten what the theme of those is going to be, but I guess you'll find out. Here we go. Okay, and the theme for the next section is actually 440. So here we have a BR Black LNER 440, and this is the D11 ED Oscillatory, I think that's how you say it, I'm sorry if it's not, number 62677, and she has 5 Pullman coaches, so I hope you'll enjoy seeing those run. So let's get her started then, here we go. And here's the one on the middle line then, and this one as you can see is in the LNER green. This one is the D49, and I think this one's the Burton, is it? Yes, it's the Burton. And she has some LNER, well ex-LNER, blood and custard coaches once again. 6 of those, quite a lot for a 440, but she can manage it. So yep, here she goes. There we go. And finally then, on the very inner line, this is the beautiful D16, or the Claude Hamilton class from Hornby. She has got 6 coaches as well, and she's not running a traction tyre, so that is very impressive, I think, for a Hornby locomotive. So, yep, let's get her up and running as well then for you. A tiny bit of a struggle there, but she has managed it, so that was quite good. So there you have it then, the D16. And the D49, and all the way around here the D11. So you're looking at 3 different Ds at the same time. Oh, look at that, they all came out at the same time. Yep, I don't know about you, but I do love these 440s, and the LNER had some beautiful ones. They look superb in the LNER green, I reckon. And they seem to look good with lots of coaches as well. I mean, sometimes they can't manage a lot, but yeah, these can. So it's a bonus. There we go, I think that's the biggest, isn't it? The D11. Very, very large 440. And the D49. Again, very elegant. Always like that one. And yes, it has a traction tyre, but at least you can pull a lot. And then the Claude Hamilton class at a good speed. D49 going quite slowly. She is naturally quite a slow runner, I don't know why. But she's on DCC, and the chip seems to just run her slowly, so... I mean, obviously you can speed it up if you want to, but... I don't mind them running slowly once in a while. Stops them derailing at least. Okay, time to stop the lovely 440s then. There's the D49 and the D16, if she will. There you go, steady on girl. And last but not least, the stunning D11. There we go. Well, we'll let these girls have a rest then, and I'll pop these into some of those sidings for you. So yes, let's move on. And there they all are then. How many is that? Is that going to be 9 or 12? Yes, lots of LNER locomotives. Anyway, on to the next round then, which will be the last round. So as I sometimes do, this is going to be a freestyle round. So, yep, just a bit of everything to come up. Here we go. Well, I couldn't have an LNER running session without running this one. So this is the beautiful new Hornby B12, and she's got some of those ex-LNER sleeping cars, again, on the back. Now, I thought a night train would be perfect for her because she's so smooth and quiet, she wouldn't wake anybody up. So yes, a perfect choice in the B12. So let's get her started then. Of course, a lovely Holden 460 this one. Okay, next up on the middle line we have the most powerful train I'm running today. As you can see, this is a double header pulling from the front between two massive LNER 280 locomotives. The one at the front is the Thompson 01 and the one at the back is the Robinson 04, and between them they're pulling a massive rake of wagons. Most of them have some heavy stones in them, so it really does weigh an awful lot. But hopefully they'll manage between them to pull the whole thing. So yeah, let's get these two started, the 01 and the 04. And just look at all of those wagons. I know I don't do this very often, but it is pretty novel when I do. It's very nice to see a massive freight train. Okay, last one then, and this is a personal favourite of mine. This is a 260, and I don't think I've run a 260 yet today. Don't hold me to that. This is the K1, which is in BR black, but of course it is also an LNER loco, and she has a smaller freight train just with some boxcars on it. So yep, let's get this one started then, the fantastic Hornby K1. There's the B12, always a stunning performer. If I pull back, we've got the K1, which I don't suppose I've shown in quite a while, have I? But it's always nice to get it going. And then hopefully we'll also catch the two big freight locos, 280s, pulling their stones up the hill. This should be a challenge. But you know, between them, that's 16 wheels that are pulling this lot. So it shouldn't be a problem. As you can see, a slight bit of wheel slip maybe, but certainly not a lot. So obviously they could probably manage quite a bit more than just these wagons. But you know, I think all the curves on the track would probably pull some of those wagons off. There's a B12 again, just catching up. See if we can get a decent shot of all those wagons going past then. B12 just overtaken. Yes, look at all that. I'm wondering whether I should take these stones out one day and run them without, because obviously it just puts a lot of strain on the locomotives to have those stones to lug about. And I don't think it's particularly realistic either. Well, you've seen all the locos of the day anyway, so if you'd like to, in the comments, you can let me know which one has been your favourite. I know it's a nasty question to ask because they're all fantastic, but I guess I will sacrifice my pride and choose one as well. This is a bit controversial because a lot of opinions are divided on LNER locos, but I think mine is probably the D16. I love that D16. I think it's a gorgeous model. It's not necessarily my favourite class of all of these, but in terms of my favourite model, I think it's probably got to be that one. But that B12 is good as well, isn't it? I don't know. You guys let me know. Okay, time to stop these locos then, and my favourite part is coming up where I put them all together into the sidings, of course, and we look at them all. And I don't think I've ever done this before with so many LNER locos, so it should be fun. But anyway, there's the K1. I think we'll stop that one first. And the 280s before they disappear from view. Well, they kind of already did. Okay, I'll do that then. I'll put them all together, and yes, I'll see you over there. Well, there they all are together then. I believe that is 16 in total, and they just look fantastic out there in these sidings. So, I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I do hope you have as well. And don't forget, do let me know in the comments if you had a favourite, and of course which one it was. And if you did enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave it a like. And also you can, if you want to, check out my Facebook and Twitter pages, which are at facebook.com/samstrains or twitter.com/samstrains. And also, obviously, I have the Wall of Fame now, which is filling up nicely, but if you'd like to have your artwork or photographs or pictures, whatever you want, put up on there, you can email those to samstrains@outlook.com, and I'll print those off and put them up for you, and with a bit of luck you might see yours in one of these videos. But for now, once again, thank you very much for watching. I do love to have your company as always, and I'll see you next time. Cheers everybody.